Okay, so we are here to make predictions for the upcoming film Oppenheimer. This will be Christopher Nolan's first biopic. He's very well known to play with time. Dunkirk would be a good comparable for this one because you just take how he covered the evacuation of the British in a historical event, but he still played with time in that, with earth, sea, and air. How is he going to do that with a biopic? Well, we know he opens up with a bang. So I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see the nuclear explosion to draw us in the beginning. That's a bit of a bold prediction. It'll be interesting to see how they jump through time, but this is not going to be, my prediction would be it's not going to be a basic biopic like you would expect from other filmmakers, like just a linear biopic, because Nolan that's what makes him so interesting, to see how he plays with this. So I have my predictions. We're going to be jumping around in time. It'll be interesting to see how they incorporate the Cold War with World War II. I don't think it's going to get too much into his personal, like as far as like relationships with other people. I think it's going to be like Nolan likes to do the mental journey that's occurring in a character to get to, like Inception. They have their goal and then setting up how they have to pull off this heist, and then they have to put the pieces together for the heist, but we don't get too deep into the personal connections of the characters. So I think it's going to be the internal conflict of knowing the magnitude of what he's creating. Yeah, that might be another good prediction for the opening, is the implementation of the actual atomic bomb, like being used in warfare, which is different than the first successful test. And then we see the successful test as part of the journey. So the question goes back to the structure. How's it going to be told? It could be told retrospectively, where it's occurred. He's given that famous interview that we've seen, the black and white interview, where he gives that famous line. And then we jump through time. Another way they could structure it, whereas he's in the hearings, where he's being accused of these things, and we jump from those hearings back and forth between kind of like Social Network with Mark Zuckerberg. I wouldn't put it past Nolan to pull something pretty crazy, kind of like Tarantino rewriting history a little bit, where perhaps they jump forward in time even and show the impact of the nuclear breakthrough on today or the future. If you had to guess, do you think, and you can comment below what you think, do you think that famous line is going to make it into the movie? The biggest disappointment for me would be just a conventional biopic without any innovation. It's going to be cool to see how they take just a scientific journey and make it really engaging on a blockbuster level.
I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.